you guys keep up with the videos, you guys would know that I swapped out the manifold, and so far everything is good. Like as far as the manifold goes, it spools nice and everything. Now the next issue is the hardware. So the T3 flange bolts, you can kind of see it there, they keep getting loose. So look, let me show you guys. There's actually one that's already loose here, which is down here. You guys see? You can hear it. Well, it spins loose. This one came loose the other day, but luckily one of Sabas's friends had a spare nut that I could use. I actually felt it come loose when I was driving to Sabas's shop, and I heard like hardware drop, and then when I got there, popped the hood, and I saw that nut was missing. So I was hoping that those copper nuts that hold the T3 flange was good enough, but it's not. There's too much thermal expansion going on there because that manifold and the hot side in general gets really hot. So this was actually suggested by one of the subscribers in the video that I posted when I was swapping that manifold about getting Inconel. I'm not sure how you pronounce it. Inconel hardware. I did look into this also beforehand, but they're expensive hardware because it's expensive material. But I figured it's worth the investment now. That way I just don't have to worry about it again. Don't have to worry about those things coming loose. So I got the Inconel hardware here. Boom. So this is like, it has very well thermal properties, that material Inconel, or however you pronounce it, but it's very resistant to heat. So the nuts and the studs and all that, they shouldn't expand with the really hot heat of the manifold. Hopefully those freaking studs didn't break in the manifold, and it should be bolt on. Fingers crossed, fellas. Fingers crossed. Yeah, it happened when I went drifting with Sabas. I'll post a clip of that. It was pretty fun, but I think after that small little drift session that we had, that's when it started, probably when it got really hot and came loose. So yeah, hopefully this fixes it. If this fixes it, I'm pretty much set, but I guess we'll have to see. I don't know, y'all, what do you think? Y'all think this is gonna fix it? They were like, when I tightened these down, they were on pretty tight, and now they're literally like, they came loose so easily. Yep, loosey goosey. Yeah, look, these, even the studs themselves are loose. Since I don't really care about this, I'm gonna just clamp right onto these. And I was hoping these copper nuts or copper coated nuts was enough, but I guess not. Yep, since I don't really care too much about these, I'm just gonna clamp onto them and break them loose like that. Alright, so here we go. Like butter. They feel pretty heavy. Yep. They're going in like butter. Uh-oh. Maybe I spoke too soon. Let me see if I can clean the threads off of that one. Damn. Well, let's see what happens. This one is binding a little bit, so let's see if let's see how it feels as I start tightening that. Okay, it doesn't feel bad. Yeah, it feels okay. Alright, the studs are in. Looking pretty good so far. And so this Inconel hardware also came with these serrated washers. It looks like they're serrated and crushed. Look, it's like there's like a slit there. So let's see, hopefully they fit. Which they should, but you know how this stuff goes. Had to bust out my purse. What the hell? There we go. All right. So far, so good. All right, y'all, check it out. So I have the hardware in loosely, and all four of them. And yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and crank those down, assemble this whole thing, and then go for a test drive. It's all on there, all the hardware is on there. It's all bolted up. I feel like I trust this hardware enough just by reading on the forums and stuff that I'm gonna just go ahead and put my heat shield back on that. I don't have to leave the heat shield off. Yeah, like leaving the heat shield off, actually look, it left some burn marks right here, which was not there before. So you can tell that means it's like getting really hot enough for it to melt some of the paint that's over here. Yeah, and then my brake lines being right here, that doesn't help. So yeah, I'm gonna just slap the heat shield on and then let's go for a little test rip. You know what I'm saying, son? Check it out, heat shield is back on. Now let's go for a rip. Hopefully this angle is good enough. I'll hit the NOS for you guys. It feels good on the NOS. You're gonna see as soon as I hit the NOS, it's gonna pick up by that much more. I'm floored, and then yeah, well, this thing is ready to rip. This thing is ready to be dailied again. You know what I'm saying? It's the new day. Damn. I always forget how fun this thing is. I guess it's worth checking out and seeing if there's any leaks. Oh, no leaks. Looks like we're Gucci. The bolts are still there. I'll have to give it a few test hits, make sure these bolts don't come loose, but as of right now it looks looking Gucci. Alright boys, until the next one, peace.